Hey, what's up, everybody? It is Wednesday night, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I'm Kyle Mish, and this is Mission Accomplished, the only spot where combat sports meets combat vets. Here we are again. Before we get into it, I'm going to go ahead and do our sponsor reads. As always, I got an awesome show tonight. I got two guests, plus my co-host from the Mike and Mish show will be popping in for the second half of the show. First up, I got Sarah Click, who is a MMA and US Army veteran, and she is also signed with Bare Knuckle Management now. Should be slinging them bare hands very soon, followed by Matt Lightning Lyall, who will be going. I didn't say should. He will be going to Mexico Friday to fight Saturday for a World Muay Thai title. Can't wait to catch up with Matt one more time. Our first sponsor, as always, is Massage Therafix, Holding Hands Massage. They are registered with the VA, so soldiers, veterans alike, go to www.holdinghandsmassage.com. Make an appointment with Jackie Holden. She is awesome. She is the best. She can talk to your body and find those trigger points and relieve all chronic and long-term pain. I promise I am not bullshitting. I've had back and neck problems half my military career, and Jackie is the one that has helped me massively with that. If you are not a veteran or a soldier, just go to www.massagetherafix.com and you could still make an appointment with Jackie. Our other sponsor, as always, is Killfoot Clothing, makers of the Mission Accomplished t-shirt. They are the shit. They are veteran-owned, American-made clothing to make badass clothes. I happen to be wearing one of their shirts tonight. America, baby. Let's check that out. Yeah, Killfoot. Got the flag on the back. Cool shit. Go to their website, www.killfootclothing.com, to check out their line of clothes. And also, if you want a Mission Accomplished shirt, just hit me up, direct message me or Facebook message me your size and quantity and all that shit, and we will get you a shirt. Our new order is in. And with that being said, it's about time I bring in my first guest of the evening. Her name is Sarah Mocha Madness. Switch, kick, click. I don't know which one she's going with tonight. We will find out in a second. Bam. Hello, Sarah. How are you?
Hey, what's up? I'm good.
Yeah, what are we going with today?
We'll do Mocha Madness for the boxing.
That's right, because you are moving away from the MMA right now, right?
Yeah, just for a little bit.
Just for a little bit. This is not a forever thing, or are you going to test the waters and see how it goes and take it from there?
I do a little bit of everything. Done like Muay Thai, fucking MMA, boxing. My next one is Lithway, you know, the Burmese fucking boxing. Yeah, the headbutts and everything.
Yeah, you want to do that? Go over to Thailand and go up in a mountain somewhere and headbutt somebody to death. Maybe not to death. Let's not go crazy.
No.
So how are you? How long? So you've been in martial arts for how long?
I've been in since I was 4. I started off when I was 4. Judo, karate, all that. And then I started doing MMA when I was 16 up in Boston.
Is that where you're originally from, is Boston?
Like, yeah, that's where I grew up. Yeah.
Yeah, we're up in Connecticut. So we're an hour and 10 minutes. Where I live, I'm an hour and 10 minutes from Boston.
Yeah. Fucking New York fans.
Yeah. Are you a Boston sports fan, or are you a
Absolutely.
Absolutely, that's cool.
Absolutely.
I don't know. I there's a lot of people like where I live right here. I have a good friend of mine that is a diehard New York Giants fan, diehard Red Sox fan, Brooklyn Nets fan, and I don't know. Like I'm like, dude, how the fuck can you be like that?
No, you got to pick a side.
Pick a side and stick with it.
Pick a side.
So you started off in judo and karate at 4 years old.
Yeah, I was little. I have a bunch of pictures of me and that little gi and everything.
Yeah. Winning all kinds of little tournaments and trophies and whatnot.
Yeah, no, I was probably getting my ass kicked, but
man, my kid does basically like traditional Japanese karate right now, and he really loves it. It's a lot. What he does is shorin-ryu, so it's like mostly kata and like breaking stuff and weapons and stuff like that. I asked him if he wants to get into wrestling because I was a wrestler, and he said he's interested, but it's my younger one that's You know what I mean? Like, I think you know people that have kids. The
Yeah.
first one is like the sweetheart, like the nicest damn kid in the world. Doesn't want to hurt a fly. So I'm like, dude, you want to take up boxing? He's like, yeah, I like my bow staff. I'm like, all right, well, I don't think you'd ever use any kind of. I don't know. It's
I
but
don't
my
know. He could
yeah, he could. He
hook
would
somebody
snap.
up with that.
Yeah, he definitely could. And then my other one, he came out of the womb a fucking ball of fire. So, you know, he's into baseball, basketball, fighting. He watches MMA on TV with me, and my wife's like, "No, this is too violent for him." But I'm like, "He's 6. He's all right."
He understands. He understands that shit. It's
Yeah,
fine.
I just asked him yesterday if he would like to get into boxing, and he said yes before I even finished even before I got the ing out in
Hell
boxing. I
yeah.
was like, "You want to box?" He's like, "Yes." Yeah. So, all right. So you started MMA as a young kid, and 16 years old. I mean, you started martial arts as a young kid. 16 years
Hmm.
old, you got into MMA. When did you go pro?
And I went pro right after I got back from deployment. So I think it was 22.
22 years old. Your
Yeah.
first deployment was 2012.
Yes, 2012.
Yeah, we'll talk about
Yeah.
that in a minute. Um, so you went pro. You know what? I was just telling Mike this before we got on. When I was like, um, before I have a guest on, I like to rewatch all their fights and get really familiar. Even if I already know them already, I just like to rewatch them all, just because you know what? If this was my full time job, but that would be the best fucking research in the
Hell
world. You
yeah.
know what I mean? Just sit
Yeah.
around watching fights all day. So then I'm watching the one you fought Christy Lopez at Bellator 207, and I was like, dude, I was fucking there. I was
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Small
I'm like
world.
I'm like this fight seems familiar. And when you rocked her right at the end of the first round, like you rocked her and then I think you hit her with a right hand and then I think you kicked her. That like I was like, oh shit, I remember this fight.
Yeah.
If there was 10 more seconds in that round, you would have
Yeah, I would
finished
have
that girl.
finished it. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, man, holy shit, that was the night. So Mitrione lost to
And
Bader
Vader.
that night.
Yeah.
We ended up we started off like higher up in the seats, and then a buddy of mine, him and his family like left. They were like 3 rows off the cage, so we went down and sat in their seats. And when we sat down, the guys in front of us, who were also military guys, I don't know them. They just I found out afterwards they were both in the military. Dude turns around and he started shit with my brother's wife for sitting in these guys' seats, and she's like, "No, they left. They gave us their seats." Next thing you know, you were probably like long gone by now because this was right before the main event.
Hmm.
There was like almost a bench clearing brawl in the
Yeah.
crowd right by the. That was my brother and this dude over his wife,
No,
and
I
then,
was there. I saw that because my boy fought after the fight. It was
yeah,
like the fight after Mitrione and Vader. But no,
yeah.
I
So
saw that. Yeah.
it's so funny because that was the night. It was like, oh man, I remember that night very like a picture. However the fuck you say that, like I can remember every detail about that
Yeah.
night.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was very cool. So I went back and I was watching a lot of your fights, and like one of your amateur you were like lumping this chick up, and then you kicked her in the head and got disqualified. I'm like, man, how what a dumbass rule that is, because
That was in Pennsylvania.
yeah,
I know what kind of shit that was.
I know you
Yeah.
were winning you were winning that whole fight, and then boom, all of a sudden this dumbass rule comes in. I'm like, man, if this was pro, she would have knocked that chick out too.
Yeah.
So yeah, you got a lot of experience. You fought in a lot of places, man. You fought in Invicta,
Yeah.
which weird about your career. And let me ask you this, was it because of your military career and like never really knowing where you're going to be at the time that you were just picking up fight contracts here and there? Because you fought for Invicta, CES, Bellator, LFA. That's a
Yeah.
weird. You were just on one fight contracts here and there.
Yeah. Yeah. It was because I was active duty guard before I became actual active duty.
Hmm.
And so I had to always, get permission and stuff from my higher ups to see where and when I could fight. So it was always kind of up in the air with my contracts, so I couldn't really do multiple fight deals. And I never really wanted to do multiple fight deals with anybody anyway. Just to, keep my options open, all that, expand my name out there, throw it out. So I never really liked the multiple fight contracts. Didn't want to be locked down to anything, have like a year separating each fight. So it just worked out better that way.
And yeah, great. Paul Tyler says, "Great job starting a brawl, Kyle." I don't. You know what, Paul? It wasn't me who started the fight. The dude was okay. So here's how this fight started. So my brother is also former military, but my brother is a different breed than myself. My brother was, he was a Ranger, sniper, airborne air assault, fucking first of the 505th at Fort Bragg. Like he was just like gung ho killer. I am not, but I will fight. So before I fight, I try to de-escalate. Monica's sitting there. This dude turns around. He's staring at her. She goes, "Why are you? Can you stop staring at? Like, what's your deal?" And the dude's like, "Get out of them seats." And she's like, "No, we got these seats from somebody." And he's like, "Get the fuck out of them seats." So I'm like, "Yo, shut the fuck up and turn around. We don't need problems here." And before I can like kind of like put my hands out to like separate things, my brother was like coming across me to fucking hurt this guy, and I got my arms around Ryan like this, and like his boys are like pulling him that way, and then security came, and then so I didn't start it, Paul. All right, I didn't, but I didn't de-escalate it very well either. So, anyways, fuck that guy. I don't know. I don't remember what his name is either. I found out afterwards because he's in the guard too. So I was like, fuck that dude. Anyway, so now Sarah Click has decided to take off the gloves and hit somebody with your bare hands. How did this transition come about?
I was actually telling my coach, like when we first started seeing the bare knuckle boxing, I was like, "Yo, Andy, like I want to do this, like, because he knows I'm down for anything." He's just like, "Fuck no, like absolutely not. Like you're not gonna do that. Like you're not gonna." He's like, "Your head's already fucked up, all these concussions and shit." I was like, "No, just let me do it. Let me do it." So when I came down here to Louisiana, like there's nothing around. Absolutely nothing. And then Jules hit me up and Paul hit me up. They were like, "Hey, we're interested. Like, you want to do this?" And I was just like, "Fuck yes." Like, there's nobody out here telling me no. So I was like, "Let's do it. I'll do it all day."
So bare knuckle management reached out to you.
Yeah.
That's cool. And at the time, you hadn't been in the cage for a while anyway, right? You haven't fought
Right.
what, 2 years
like a
now?
year. Yeah, a year and a half, 2 years.
Yeah, you're probably itching to get back in there.
Oh, definitely. I'm ready to do bar fights at this
point. and you know what the thing is, like, you see what bare knuckle, you see what the BKFC is doing. It's like the hottest new thing on the block. You know what I mean? It is the shit, and it's so entertaining. Me and Mike went to to Knuckle Mania. That was our first live event. We had been we've only been covering the sport for about 5 months now. And, we've been diehard MMA people for 20 years, but bare knuckle is relatively new. And I'm like, what is this shit? I mean, obviously everyone knows what bare knuckle is. It's fucking bare knuckles. But I'm like, what is BKFC? And then when I started watching it, it's like the most addictive damn thing ever. You get the little $3.99 app.
Mm-hmm.
And you can just find yourself watching bare knuckle fights like all day long, and they're
all awesome.
Yeah, and you being a female, you had to be drawn in by like the female fights. No offense to all the guys, because the guys are great too, but the women really just fucking lay it all out there.
Yeah, man. Go at it.
It's great. I don't know. Did you see the Taylor Starling Singala fight?
Yeah,
from Knucklemania.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, they couldn't have picked a better fight to start off that pay-per-view.
No, it was awesome. I love brawls. I love fights. I love violence. It's great. It's just right up my alley.
And I'm assuming you never got out of the gym. Like you're always training, right? So
yeah, I got a whole setup in my backyard. Like
nice. How soon do you want to get into the square circle? and fight for the BKFC?
Well, I gotta wait until at least September because I actually tore my PCL and the Army just reconstructed my knee, so I'm getting back like rehabbing my knee and everything. So I should be good to go by September time frame.
Nice. And by then, I mean, they're already starting to build up crowds anyway. Like Knucklemania was like half capacity, and we're going to Birmingham next week, and I think they're gonna have a crowd. Like, I don't know if it's gonna be a full crowd or not, but definitely by summertime, July, August, September, they're gonna be filling up arenas. I know UFC this weekend. UFC will have the first full arena event since the pandemic started. So, so that's great, man. You get your PCL all fixed up and get in there in front of a full crowd and win some people over real quick.
Hell yeah.
And the advantage that you have right now, one, you're a banger. You like to be on your feet and throw hands anyway. Yeah. You can't be throwing no spinning shit though, Sarah.
No.
I know you like
did that one time in a boxing match. I was like, oh fuck. I almost kicked somebody.
Yeah. I know you like to throw spinning attacks and you land them pretty frequently. So yeah, you got to just watch out for that because man, I'm trying to think. Maybe it was like Spencer Ruggieri or somebody got a point taken away recently for throwing a spinning back fist at a bare knuckle fight. I can't remember.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. So that's cool. And also what you got an advantage going for you too is the talent pool is pretty shallow right now. There's not a ton of fighters in there.
No,
so
not right now.
You go out there, you dazzle the bosses real quick. You fuck someone up pretty good in your debut. Mm-hmm. Turn around, get another one pretty quick. 1, 2, 3 fights, you could be in title talks like right away.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Any of the girls out there catch your eye that you want to fight?
Definitely, Freya.
Yeah,
I love her. Yeah, Christine. She was at my first Invicta fight actually, because I got like a little skull fracture, and she just came up to me. She was like, "Hey, little buddy, it's okay. Like your face will be fine." I'm
hey,
like,
little buddy.
Bro. Like, thanks, bro. Like,
oh man, that's funny. Yeah, Christine. You got Britton Hart out there.
Yeah.
Taylor Starling put on a hell of a show at Knucklemania. You got Jenny Savage. But really, Teresa Nicole. Is that Singala? Is Teresa Nicole for her first fight? It's Paul Tyler saying, how about Sarah Click versus Teresa Nicole? I don't know who that is unless that's Singala, and he knows her better than me, and he can call her by her middle name.
I'll take anybody, Paul. I'll take anybody. You know that.
Yeah. So you're military, right? Yeah, Singala. Okay. Yeah. All right. Thanks, Paul. Military. How does active duty deal with you being a professional fighter? They're all right with it?
So I got to see with this new duty station, but my NCYC, he's my higher up.
Yeah.
He's been asking like when I'm gonna fight again too. So I think they're down with it. They're pretty excited. Yeah.
Nice.
But, yeah.
I know there's a few that have been in your shoes in the past, but right. all MMA though, or boxing. Like, you got Tim Kennedy's of the world and Colton Smith and
Colton.
There's been a few. I think what the hell's her name? The female Marine, Liz Carmouche.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure she was still in the Marines when I don't know if she's still. I don't think she is anymore.
No,
but
she's not. No, she got out.
Yeah, when she first got in fighting pro, I'm pretty sure she was still in the Marines. So you wouldn't be the first, and you won't be the last. But bare knuckle though, I wonder about the bare knuckle thing.
I'll probably be the first at least around here.
So tell me about Fort Polk.
Oh man.
It's out in the sticks.
It's out in the sticks. There was a big fire today somewhere out in town. Everybody was hoping the wind would bring it back over here this way, kind of mess up the post a little bit. We get transferred somewhere else. But It's tiny. You know, JRTC is like the
Yeah.
Joint Readiness Training Center. This where it's at down here. Um, it's hot as hell out here. It's hot. It's like it feels like Satan's breathing on you in the summertime. But it's like 90 degrees every day, but nothing really out here. But I guess it's like it's cool for training because it's not that many distractions around. Like you're not going out to any clubs or anything. So all there is to do is like work out, go running, go to
Hang
the
up a heavy
gym,
bag in your
hang up
backyard
a
and
heavy bag. Yeah.
yeah, and
That's
start
it.
conditioning your knuckles. Do you got a
Yeah.
Muay Thai pad on your wall right now, or?
Yeah. We have the poles, have some concrete bricks out here to do push-ups on. Like that's
That's
it.
great. And so you're a staff sergeant, right?
Yes.
How many years in do you have?
I have 9
9
years.
years, and all
Yeah.
active. You said were you AGR with Massachusetts or?
Yeah, at first, and then I did that for about 3 years, and then I came active duty.
Someone in the comments said Fort Polk sucks balls. It was
It does. I didn't want
direct
to say
quote.
that, you know.
Yeah, man. You know what? For the people that aren't in the military, these guys wouldn't understand some of the podunk little shit posts in the middle of nowhere,
Oh
all
my
over the
God.
place. There's
Yeah.
we had to do a classification mission for annual training one year, and they told us about a place called Sierra Army Depot. Have you ever heard of this?
No.
Neither did any of us. So we're like, what the hell is that? It's in like the middle of the desert in like Northern California. It's an hour from Reno, Nevada. And it's dead in the middle of fucking nowhere to where you drive out of the front of the post. You could either go right and go like 40 minutes to a town called Susanville that has like 800 people, one bar, one gas station, one Walmart, one casino, and like 15 teeth in the whole fucking town. And then you can go that way and drive like an hour and 20 minutes to Reno. Like literally, that is your only choices. And it is an absolute dump, and it smells. I'm like, wow, I did not know this existed.
Oh yeah.
So,
Yeah, this
yeah.
sounds like Polk. It sounds like it's like when I was driving through to get here, I was like, this looks like the hills have eyes. Nobody has teeth. Like everybody looks crazy. I was like, oh no, it's not gonna be good.
So, hey, when we went on that AT, right? So we're like, let's just go to this little town, this little Susanville town right here. So we go down there. This is like you say, hills of eyes. So we go there. There's one bar, like I said. There's one bar. There's one barber shop. There's one everything in this town, and there's like barely any people. We go in, and the bar is fucking packed, and we're like, what the hell? We're like, holy shit, this place is like really popping off in here. So me and my boy Larry sit down at the bar. And we're sitting at the bar. We order some drinks, and right on the bar, there's like a big flower vase looking thing sitting there. And like every once in a while, everyone in the bar goes to Larry, and I happen to be sitting with my buddy Larry, and we're like, "Yeah, Larry." We said, so we're like, Larry. Well, we didn't know this. Larry was in the vase on the counter. We were at a funeral. we were at like a celebration of life in this little hick town out there. It was crazy. So it was there was like an 8-month pregnant bartender smoking a cigarette, drinking Bud Heavies. It was just fucking crazy. So, but without the military, we wouldn't have these experiences, right?
No, absolutely not. I thought you were gonna say Larry was a goat or something.
No.
Mine
Larry
went back to Afghanistan.
Larry was a dead guy in a urn sitting in front of me and my friend Larry Joms. That's right, buddy. So you deployed 2012 to Afghanistan.
I did.
How was that? What were you doing?
We were. My platoon was attached to a horizontal unit, so basically our job was to build a road from Panjway. It's like out near Panjway, Pasab area, which is like the southern part of Afghanistan. We just had to build a road through like villages and all that type of shit. So I was a 240 gunner, so we were just doing roadside security for them. We'd stop every once in a while and go and fix some shit for some outposts, all that. But it's basically it, just sitting on a gun the whole time.
Sitting on Gunnell,
Yeah.
building roads. That's what's up.
Yep.
Yeah, awesome, man. So at least you got. Are you planning on going on any more?
I hope so.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
you know what?
yeah.
You know what's funny is my unit. We're on like a rotation, so we deploy like every 3 years,
Yeah.
and we put people in Bagram, Kandahar.
Yeah.
We had people in Kabul in 12 and 13, and then we have 2 posts in Kuwait and 1 in Iraq and Taji. So it's like we're going to be in one of those spots every time, and we know exactly what we're going to be doing. We're a maintenance unit, so I volunteered for the next one because I knew I was going to be getting my 8, and I'm like, I just want that fucking money, you know. I want to
Yeah. Yeah. The
go on
money's nice.
go on another one, but now I'm doing this, and I took my name out of the hat, man. I was like, fuck that, I don't want to go anymore. No offense to any of my boys that are going or want to go, but I've changed my mind, fellas. I'm gonna pull my name if I don't have to go, you know.
Yeah, man. It's like hard times over there. Like we had to kill a goat. And, we were and I had the shits for a week. It was like the Afghan shits. They almost had to medevac me out of there.
Oh man, you guys just don't know.
You don't know what it feels like to like piss out your ass for a week. Yeah.
Oh, dude.
A goat.
Oh man. So, you talk about the goats. It's so funny that the first time I deployed was in 2003 when the war first started, and we were in Kuwait, and that was when Kuwait was still getting like Scud missiles all the time. So like it was a little bit of a war zone, but it wasn't really bad at all. But like we used to do runs back and forth, like to all the different bases because we would be bringing like helicopter parts. Like we'd be bringing fucking engines and whatever. And I was driving truck too, and we had this Kuwaiti with a goat in the back of his pickup truck, and dude, he kept pulling up in front of us, and then like getting in front of us and slowing down, and then pulling back to the side, and then getting behind us. And the guy driving, I'm like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? He goes, dude, shoot his goat. So I'm like, what? He goes, shoot the fucking goat. So I had the 9mm on me. So as soon as the dude pulls up, I hung it out the window like this, and dude, that guy hit the brakes so fucking hard on the highway, and he never caught back up to us again. I was about to kill his family member or something like that. It was hilarious.
That's his wife. It was his wife.
Oh my God. It was so funny because he was my squad leader at the time that was driving. He was like, shoot the fucking goat. And I was like, oh man, okay, here we go. I didn't get the chance to because that dude's brakes hit the floor as fast as possible.
Yeah.
Shit, man, we just talked for 28 minutes. Like, so tell me a little bit about Bare Knuckle Management, Paul and Jules. What sold you on them? What brought you in over there with Bare Knuckle?
They're assholes. No, I'm just kidding. I love them. They're really cool when I first started talking to them, everything. So the whole company sounds real good. They're all real nice. Everybody's like real helpful, reaching out a lot, making like just checking up on me, make sure I have everything I need, like finances, strength and conditioning, meals, everything. So they're awesome people already. No, I love them already.
They're on like a fighter signing spree, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I know Misfit was their 50th on the roster, and like since we broke that news last week, I think it was, or the week before, I was down in Disney. I don't know if you saw that. I was down in Disney with my wife and kids, and Paul was like, "We want to break this news with Misfit on your show." Yeah, and I'm like, "Fuck, man, I got to go find a dark corner somewhere." And I did, and we made it happen. It was great. But even since Misfit, it seems like they've signed another half dozen fighters. It's crazy. Oh, yeah. It's like every day they're announcing something. So that's good. Good for you. Good for them. Hopefully you step foot in that ring and just wreak havoc, man, because I've seen your fights before, and you like to sling them hands around, and this time you won't have any leather covering them up. So
no, watch out. There'll be blood everywhere.
78 total signed today. Jesus Christ, they're building an army. Maybe they should just deploy you guys.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Yeah, yeah.
Go.
Let's let the troops stay home. Bare knuckle management sending a team to fucking Afghanistan. Oh man, that's great. So this has been a really cool time talking with you. I feel like I've known you forever, and we haven't even
know you
talked
too.
before. Yeah. So very cool. Thank you for coming on. Before I let you go tonight, we're gonna play a thing called the speed round. Then I'll let you shout out whoever you want to shout out. You want to do the speed round? It's a bunch of questions that are fun, kind of off topic, just to get to know the fighter a little bit more.
All right. Yeah, that sounds good.
All right, here we go. Speed round with Sarah Click, switch kick or Mocha Madness, depending on what style of fighting we're doing today. Here we go. Number 1, what is your favorite flavor of ice cream, Sarah?
It's definitely Ben and Jerry's fucking cookies and cream.
Nice.
Specifically Ben and Jerry's though.
Ben and Jerry's cookies and cream. I'm kind of just like an ice cream whore. I'll eat it all. Yeah. So it doesn't matter.
Definitely eat it all.
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter the brand, you know what I mean? All right. Number 2. Would you rather win a fight by walk-off knockout or by submission via some unusual submission, like a twister or a calf slice or some shit like that?
Definitely like a walk-off knockout. I think that would be super cool. Just fucking starching somebody and just turning around. You don't even have to look to see if they're done.
Yeah, but if you do a walk-off, make sure they're knocked out before you walk off. Don't pull some Sugar Sean O'Malley shit where you turn around 3-4 times in one night. Oh my God.
They just resurrect themselves. Yeah, no.
Yeah. Like, all right. I love that. I'm always fascinated by like the off the wall submissions. Like you don't see many twisters or any.
No.
You know what I mean? So I don't know if a knockout type person like yourself would be. What about Somerset Creamery? I don't know who that is. Is that a brand?
That's my mom. What's that, Mom?
That's your mom. Is that a creamery near your house or something?
Yeah, it's this real good homemade ice cream place.
Oh, dude, we got a really nice ice cream place right down the street from my house called Mel's Creamery. And if they want to fucking float me some free ice cream, I'll push their shit on this show all day.
I know. I need a sponsorship. Ice cream sponsorship.
An ice cream sponsorship for a fighter. That'd be freaking great. All right. What do you think? Okay. Do you think it should be legal for soldiers to smoke some weed?
Absolutely.
I agree. I totally, I totally agree. Like, and this brings us back to like deployments, right? How hard is it to sleep on deployment? It's like super hard. Super hard to sleep. Yeah, it's noise. It's all kind. Yeah. It's almost impossible, dude. Can you imagine if you could just smoke like a? Not that I ever have known what that feels like. Recruiters and whoever the fuck's watching out there, like you know, what I mean, it's just like alcohol is legal, and you got a bunch of boozy soldiers driving around, crashing cars and fucking hurting people,
starting bar fights and shit.
Exactly. All right, me and you are on the same page with that one. Number 4. Here we go. What is your favorite genre of music?
Oh Jesus, I like everything. Honestly, it just depends on the day. It's everything.
All right, you gotta pick one, and then name me an artist from that genre.
I love. I don't know. I just want to say, like, because me and my girl watched Versus last night, so it was like Method Man, Redman. So I love that type of music. I ran to it today. Dude,
I was just gonna say, go ahead and just say rap music and say Wu-Tang Clan, and we'll move on.
Wu-Tang. I got the tattoo too.
You have a Wu-Tang tattoo?
Yeah, it's on my little teddy bear. I don't know if you guys can see it, but
nice, dude, that's awesome. Fuck yeah, man. Wu-Tang is for everybody. It's for the children. And they're like, yeah,
DMX.
Your mom says DMX. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
You know what? A couple days after DMX, Black Rob died too, man. Remember him? He did that song, Whoa, Whoa.
Yeah.
All right, number 5. Have you ever binge watched an entire season of a TV show in one day?
Spartacus.
You watched the entire season in a day?
Yeah.
Jesus, that's some marathon shit right there. I think
I usually do it before fights.
Yeah,
it's like my tradition.
When you got to settle down and just be alone for a little bit
and suffer and cut weight and everything. Yeah, Spartacus.
Yeah, Spartacus is great. And you want to know something? In 12-13 deployment, those guys, the cast did a USO tour. Did you meet them? They didn't make it to.
I didn't get to meet anybody. We were in like a mountain outpost.
Oh, so they didn't make it to the little fobs out there, huh?
No.
Well, fuck you guys then. Jesus.
That's what I'm saying.
Couldn't stop in, huh? All right, number 6. Would you rather get stuck walking in a sandstorm or riding a motorcycle in torrential rain?
I've been through the sandstorms, and that shit is not fun. So definitely a motorcycle in torrential rain.
I've never rode a motorcycle in torrential rain, but I have rode a jet ski in like monsoon rain, and I felt like I was getting shot in the face with like 22 caliber bullets. It's fucking crazy. And the sandstorms suck ass for sure, man. Who are your 2 favorite fighters of all time? Name one male, one female.
Definitely Nate Diaz. I just love his fucking attitude. I think hell yeah, I see his. Yep.
The guy's a poster, right? I mean, the flag up right there.
Yep. And then definitely Amanda Nunes, because I've known her since before the Reebok deal, all that stuff came out. So we trained together like a couple times. I went down to ATT to train with Joanna. So Amanda's real cool person. So I definitely love to watch her fight.
That's awesome. You know, when me and Mike were up in Boston at the TD Garden for UFC back, it was the night that Dominic Cruz got his belt back from TJ Dillashaw.
Oh, yeah.
Were you there that night? Were you at the event? No? Because myself and Mike actually met and chatted with I don't know if she's still your old training partner. I think her name was Kayleen. Is it Kayleen?
Kalini? Yeah, Kalini. Yep, me and her used to live together. That's why I know Amanda, yeah.
Yeah, she's cool as hell too. And when I was thinking about the fact that I like met her up there, I know you guys used to train together. I didn't know you lived together, but I was like, man, maybe she was there that night. And man, dude, maybe you could have been standing right next to her. And
probably was.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't talk to you.
Whatever, it's fine.
I think she had, I don't know, she had some like weird color, maybe like a blue mohawk.
Blue mohawk.
She had like a blue mohawk at the time. It was, she was very cool, very nice. Number 8. Okay, this is a tough one. Someone hands you a briefcase and says there's a 50-50 shot that there's $50 million inside that case that you can keep, or a bomb that explodes when you open it. What do you do with the case? Do you open it or do you give it back? 50-50 shot that you die.
I'd probably say fuck it and open the briefcase.
Fuck
man.
It. Yeah, man.
I've lived a great life.
I know, and it's $50 million. It's like 50-50 shot. I thought about this long and hard, and I've said it before, but I'll say it again. I feel like I would take the case, and I don't know if you have to open it right in front of the person, but they don't want to blow up either. So I would like find somebody to hand the case to and be like, dude, I can't get this thing open. My fucking thumbs are all fucked up. Can you get that open for me? And then I'd like run the other way. And if they got it open and it didn't explode, I'd be like, oh, sorry, I thought I heard somebody calling me over there. So can I have my case back?
I'd be like, fuck no.
I'd give him a quick 10 grand and be like, thanks for opening my case. All right. Number 9. Would you rather be 4'2" or 7'2"?
It's definitely 7'2". I hate being short.
7'2" though?
Yeah. I'd be a gross monster before I was a midget. So
be like switch kick Shaq over there, fucking kicking people. Oh man. All right. I didn't know you'd say that. I figured you're already closer to 4'2", so you might have just
I can't get shorter. I can't go shorter.
Nah, that's cool. All right. And the last question I have for you tonight, and I'm asking you this because I was with my kids all day. We just got back from Disney and they want to know, who is your all-time favorite Disney or Pixar character?
I don't know, honestly.
Spartacus?
Who's really? Yeah. Is he a Disney?
No,
Disney
but I'm maybe you don't watch Disney movies. Maybe like Hercules or somebody like that. Then
yeah, let's say Moana, because that's my niece Bella's favorite.
That's a good character.
One too. Yeah.
And The Rock's character in that movie is cool as hell too.
Yeah,
His
I
name's
love him.
Maui.
Yeah. Plus, my girl made me watch it like 5 times. So that's really the last one that I've seen.
Yeah, that's a good movie. The boys love it, even though it's about a princess. The boy, my boys that are all boy, they still love it because of the rock and the music's good in it. So that is it. That is the speed round with Sarah Click. Before I let you go, would you like to shout some people out? Would you like to let some people know what they got coming to them inside the squared circle, and shout out any sponsors or anything? I got your along the bottom, I got your social medias already.
Oh, so. Yeah. Hit me up on social media. Start following me. Anybody at all that wants to fight, I'm here to fight. Like, I don't give a shit who you are, what weight class, whatever. As long as it's not like a fucking big ass girl and I can't make that weight. But anybody else is fair game. Well, I like to shout out my fam back home, Secret Tongue Boston, Crew Mark, Loco Lobo, and Andy Cody. Those are my main ones, all my training partners. I love you guys. I miss you. So hopefully you guys can come down here, train with me a little bit before the fights, and then we can all go and rep Boston again.
You know what? I meant to ask you this before I let you go. I saw on your Instagram you trained with Joanna and Kayla Harrison. And what? How long did that take place? Was that like a one-time thing, or did you do extensive training with them? Or
Kayla was at my gym for about a year and a half when she first started MMA. So weirdly, I was one of her training partners, and it was scary because she's a big girl. Yeah. She hits like a fucking Mack truck. So yeah, that was scary. But she was with us for about a year and a half. Joanna, Mike Brown actually hit my coach up to because I can fight southpaw, and she was training for Shevchenko. It was that fight. So they flew me down for about a week.
Nice.
To train with her, be her sparring partner, so she can get some lefty looks.
That's very cool, man. And she's like one of my favorite fighters of all time.
Yeah, too. I love Joanna. So,
yeah, never a dull moment in the ring with her for sure. So
yeah,
very cool. I was impressed to see that. That was very cool. All right, well, Sarah, thank you so much for coming on. Best of luck with your new venture in combat sports. I wish you the best. I hope you heal fast, and I hope you get some wins as soon as you get in there and make a name for yourself in a new sport.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. I appreciate it.
All right. Thanks for coming on. You're welcome back anytime.
All right.
Take it easy.
Bye.
Bye-bye. That was Sarah Click. What a cool girl. Cool girl. Feel like I've known her forever. It must be the military thing. I'm going to bring our boy Mike Hunold in real quick because we're waiting on our second guest. What up, Mike?
Hey, what's up?
Dude, Mike, what's going on tonight, man? How are you?
Pretty good. I just saw Paul Tyler in the comments here, and when she mentioned ice cream, he was like, I'm on the phone with Ben and Jerry's right now. And then he was like, breaking news, first ice cream sponsor, Ben and Jerry's. Now, I 100% take that as a joke, but maybe not. I don't know. Who am I to say?
Right. And
clarification, Paul, please.
That's hilarious, man. I haven't gotten in touch with Matt. He said he was rip-roaring and ready to go for 8:30 tonight. Unless I told him 9:30. Maybe I was getting fucking dude. I hope I didn't say 9:30.
Well,
let's see. Hey, no, I said 8:30.
Yeah. Hey, Matt, are you all right?
Matt,
somebody
buddy.
Check on Matt if you know where he is. And somebody check on paging Mr. Herman. Mr. Herman.
Dude, Mike, what a cool girl Sarah Click is. Staff Sergeant Click over there in Fort Polk, Louisiana, huh?
Dude, I would never want to live there. Never in my life, ever.
Yeah, that's
But she's awesome. She's definitely awesome. And for everyone who's watching now, we get to spend about 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes talking before the show with her, and she's awesome. I know there's something about being in the military, and then you just kind of just pick up a conversation with a complete stranger, and boom, you just start talking. It's I don't know what it is. It's really weird. Like, you were talking about deployment 2012, I barely knew anybody, but I feel like when I went in there, we'd sit there for 6 hours on a backpack and just talk, not even knowing each other.
And look at this. 9 years later, we got a podcast together. Look at that. Fuck.
It was the best, worst time of my life, man.
Best worst time ever. You remember the accountability formation at at Camp Net? I don't know if it was Camp something. Yeah. We had our
Camp Rel or Camp Net or Camp
whatever it was called at the time. Our platoon sergeant, for those people that are watching, our platoon sergeant tells everybody, take your CAT card, which is your ID card, take your ID cards out and take your dog tags out. I want to make sure everybody has their shit on them, right? So I take my dog tag chain and I run it through my nose and out my mouth. So I'm like flossing it, right? And then I hook the dog tags up right here. And I have the dog tags hanging like out of my nose and mouth in front. And I'm holding my card up like this. And Master Sergeant Walker's walking through. And he's like, good. He gets to me. He's like, well, what the hell is wrong with you, Mish?
Yeah. What the hell you doing?
Oh, what the hell you doing? Oh, come on. I unclick it and rip it out of my nose. I'm like,
dude, I can't even take the COVID test. Never mind that shit. Get the hell out of here with that. I can't do that. Real quick, Kyle, Paul Tyler says that he has news.
He has news.
He has news. And
does
want
he
me
want
to jump on? I have some news. That's what he said.
If he wants to jump on, we're waiting on Matt right
Oh.
now. I think I have his email already. Let me
yeah, it should be.
Yeah, I think it's already queued up in there. So let's see what he has to say. Hold on, Paul.
Actually, I think I invited him last time, so I don't know if I used my email.
Yeah, I don't have it.
All right, yeah, I got it.
Send him an invite.
I'll take care of it.
All right, yeah, cool, Paul. Sure, you can come
What
on.
about the push, the Close and Stevens thing? What do you think about that?
Dude, you know what? And it's like, I don't know. I really don't know what, because like, did you see Dana White blamed it on Sean Shelby for not getting in between them? It was kind of like a petty thing for Dana White to do, kind of shitty thing to try, but also, you know, Sean Shelby could have stepped in between it. He didn't do a goddamn thing. He stood there and just and Jeremy Stevens is a fucking lunatic. So you need to know that something's about to happen. So I don't know, man. The fact that Jakar Close got a concussion and a sprained vertebrae from a push is a little suspect, if you ask me. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like this is coming from a guy that has like a half dozen concussions in his lifetime. There's a long Joe Ivy says there's a long list of people out there that Dana White has thrown under the bus. You're right, and Sean Shelby just happens to be another one right now.
Oh my god!
But also on the other hand, on the other hand, like Shelby, if you watch it again, Shelby like just stood there with his hands down by his side, and you know what I mean, like he could have at least just like put a hand. I don't know. I think Sean Shelby could have done a little something, but I don't think he would have stopped Jeremy Stevens, and I think Jakar Close is kind of suspect for fucking missing his fight for that shit.
All right, I'll play devil's advocate here. I know that, you know, he walks up close. He's lost some weight. He's cutting. He's dehydrated. He walks up. He's super calm. He gets face to face. He's not expecting the push, and it's almost like boom, he gets hit by Jeremy Stevens, who we know is super powerful, right? Mm-hmm. Sure, it's never happened before that I can remember, like anybody complaining about it. But there could be some fighters out there that have fought and won or fought and lost because they were hurt, but they didn't want to come out because of pride. You know what I mean? So I mean, hey, he showed the doctor's records, but I know what you're saying. It is a little suspect. But at the same time, I mean, the guy did train this whole time. He's got sponsors, coaches. He's got to pay for his meals and everything else. So they're all losing money. UFC's losing money. And they paid Close today, you know. See that? UFC paid Close his show money.
Oh,
that
that's
came
cool.
out earlier
That's nice.
today.
That's very nice. All right, so we got Paul Tyler in the green room. Let's just go ahead and bring him on because I think we're gonna. Matt just got back with me. I'm waiting to hear if he's gonna be able to jump on or not. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and bring Paul on. What's up, Mr. Tyler? How are you?
Guys?
What's
good,
up?
good. I couldn't leave you guys alone. If you got time to kill, and a lot of interesting things going on. I mean, one obviously you see Sarah Click Man, this girl, like, straight up, guys. So when I'm reaching out to all these girls, I said, well, how do you feel about fighting this person? She said, I'll fucking fight anybody. I said, okay, let's sign. It's as simple as that. She was even willing to fight Christine Faria, which
she said that.
Nobody wants. Nobody
respectable.
Wants. And yeah, thank you guys, and Hank, obviously, for pushing Ferrera hard too. We're hoping to hear something anytime now. I've been on Dave and Nate's butt every day. I do know a lot of contracts have been coming out. A lot of our fighters have received contracts for May 18th, June 24th, the Toe the Line, the first outside show on a Saturday.
Do they have what's the location on the June Toe the
Line? Kansas.
Okay.
Still Kansas. Yep. We have a couple of our guys on that. I have to wait for BKFC to break that news before we can announce. Let's see, what do we got going on? We got Royale Goggins just signed with us, another female. We're bringing in an Olympian family, two brothers and a sister. We've got signed, which are just amazing boxers. We're getting ready to queue up Satalo Ortiz. I hope I said that right. Another Olympian female boxer who's dropping down in weight to make some moves on some of these girls. I know they're looking for fights for Jamie Driver and Martina Kroll. We got some girls ready for them. We're just waiting for it all to become official.
Now, Jamie Driver's been signed with BKFC since back in like October, right? Like October, November, somewhere around that time.
Yeah. Right? So I reached out to her actually a long time ago. She said she's managed by First Round. I said, oh, no problem. Who is it? You got Malky and Abe. Abe's always been very helpful to me. And we did some business in the past. So I guess, nobody was getting anything done for her. So, I got that deal done for her as a favor. I mean, it's, listen, man, bare knuckle management's not here to stop anybody. I mean, she's not my fighter. I don't make anything out of her fighting. However, it's great for the sport. It's great for the fans. And,
now,
that's what we do.
Do you know did Jamie have some sort of injury or something how come she hasn't fought for BKFC yet? Because there was an event in December, there was Knucklemania, there was Bare Knuckle 16. We got this one coming up and she's not on any of them.
Yeah. So I met her, at the Miami show. I brought her and a couple of friends out, her father. We got to hang out and talk. I had, Randine fought Hart on that card. I had to step in and work Tyler Vogel's corner. We had Shiffens and Fred on that card, I believe, as well. I had 4 fighters on that card. She's like 5'9" or 5'7". Very strong, 145.
There's nobody to fight.
I think 135 even is a tough weight for her to make. But whatever, whether it's 45 or 35, we got girls for them. So I can assure you that we got somebody for Driver May 18th if that's the case. We just we've been we're at 78 fighters signed today. The 100th one is going to be a nice big surprise for you guys. I got a very popular former Ultimate Fighter contestant, recently released from the UFC, who is going to make a big splash in BKFC. He'll be ready to go by we're looking at August, September at the latest. We can make sure we break it here. You guys are gonna like who we got coming in for number 100. That's for sure.
Oh, I'm excited. I am excited.
Is there any hints? Like, is it a male or a female? My gears are going right now.
Yeah,
it's a male.
It's a male.
Heavyweight.
Yeah. any weight, 175, 185, 175, 185.
Okay.
Alright.
He'll fight at. He fought a lot of tough guys. He was very young. He's still very young. He's got a long career ahead of him. Good. The best hint I can give, he's a good old country boy, a young country boy who is just a great person. Long, lean, got some boxing skill. I think he's found a good home in BKFC. I think he belongs there. But we're looking forward to April 30th, seeing you guys, seeing everybody. I know we have Richmond on tomorrow, correct?
We do. We have Mike Richmond on tomorrow. We're looking forward to that. That dude's a savage.
Yeah.
Spencer Ruggieri will be on tomorrow.
Yeah, that's exciting. A lot of people don't realize Mike Richmond's already 2-0 in bare knuckle. He fought over in England. He fought over in Valor.
That Valor fight was a little suspect, huh?
It was crap, man. I mean, come on, man. You guys seen it.
Yep.
Mike was just waiting for his time. I mean, I like JC. He signed with my good friend Kevin Smith. But if JC wants to get beat up again, I'm sure Richmond will oblige it. However, Richmond is in a tournament. You know, we got 3 fights to get to that title. And he's promised me my first title, and I believe him. So I'm excited. I am excited.
You know, I'm excited to talk to Mike tomorrow because he's one of a few guys that I think that have fought for Valor, BKB, and now BKFC. So he's gonna get.
We also have Levar Johnson signed with Bare Knuckle Management. Another Valor guy. He starched James Sweeney in I think about 30 seconds. Levar's in the gym getting ready for anybody. He's another one who said to me, I don't care, Paul. I just want to fight. You manage, I'll fight. He's looking forward to coming after that heavyweight title. The heavyweight division's stacked right now. I mean, Mick Terrell, Bobo, Shoemaker, Beltron. I mean, there's a plethora.
Burns.
Yeah. Yeah, of course, Josh Burns. I'm sorry, Burns. I'm sorry. My good friend Josh Burns, we love him. Kleckler. Yeah,
the main event right there.
Yeah, and then you also have Arnold Adams, the first champ.
Yep.
So, man, what an exciting time to be a heavyweight, right?
Oh my God.
But I know we're before we even announce it tonight on Facebook, we'll let you guys know. We signed a guy by the name of Roger Hunnell, who's going to the tryouts. We're starting to bring in some guys interested. Listen, guys, if you're willing to go to the tryouts and try hard and prove yourself, you know, we can bring you on board, but you gotta go to the tryouts and prove yourself. And he's out there training with Lorenzo Hunt right now, getting ready. That's what we want. We want serious guys, man. We can't, these guys calling off the street of, I'm the baddest bare knuckle guy there is. That's great.
I saw those guys. On the beach training.
But guys like Roger Hunnell, man. I mean, he's preparing for the tryouts. This guy's training with Lorenzo Hunt for the tryouts.
Yeah,
that's what you want.
Can you tell us a little bit about him, his background, his weight class, and all that?
Yeah, so right now I think he's about 185, younger guy. He actually has a ring built in his backyard. There he is. Yay. I'm going to show up and show out for BKM family. Thank you, Roger. He's been hitting me up constantly. I want to fight. I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to go. I know he has a ring built in his backyard, and he did some similar stuff, similar to Street Beach, but he does have a legitimate record of 1-0, which isn't a ton on paper. However, he's got more action than that. So I know he's going to stand out at the tryouts. I mean, it's a no-brainer. He's a new guy. I think he's going to make the Toe the Line series. I think he's great for that. Guys like, Roger, Hunter Boone, Aaron Strickland, and Notch, all those guys that went through the tryouts that have already proven themselves, Nate told me that the Toe the Line series is going to get busy They're looking to do shows every month with it. So they're going to get these guys busy and get them aboard BKFC. And like I said, with the level of the talent we're signing and what BKFC wants to do as far as the BKFC shows, they want to raise the level of talent. We're not trying to talk smack, but we can't have guys like Manello or whatever slipping through the cracks and embarrassing ourselves. We got some real fighters here with some real fights, a lot of amateur fights. I mean, we're starting to bring in boxers with over 100 amateur fights.
I just looked up. So Roger fought. He fought for Valor. No, he fought for something called Valor Fighting Fighter.
Oh, okay, yeah. So there is a Valor
Fighting Challenge.
I think they're out in like Missouri and that area. They've been around for a long time.
He just fought for him. He fought March 5th.
Did he win or lose? Do you remember?
Yeah, he got a TKO win in the second round.
Well, would you look at that?
There you go.
There you go.
That's what we
want. Fresh off
man.
one. There you go.
That's what we want. I mean, the guy's got an awesome ring in his backyard, man. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, and he picked his butt up and went all the way from, I believe, Virginia to Florida to go train with Lorenzo. Lorenzo reached out to me and said, "Hey, just wanted to check in, make sure we're good to send this guy down." I said, "Of course, Lorenzo. Help my guy out and get him ready. We manage him. We don't train him. So we want to, wherever these guys want to train, we want to support that. We will, open up any doors we can for them. So as far as training goes, it's rumored to be that David Feldman is opening a bare knuckle boxing gym in Miami where his office is.
Oh, that's awesome.
He mentioned possibility. There may be a possibility I'll be moving down to Miami here in the next month with the way things are heading. We just got so much going on, and we're very excited to be a part of everything, and things are going great. We got a couple deals in place that we can't talk about yet. However, I can tell you that we are going to launch a clothing line June 24th called Ponchapeel Apparel, which is a bare knuckle inspired clothing line. The name
Say the name again.
It's called Ponchapeel Apparel. The name came from David. Actually, we were driving somewhere and he looked over at me and he said, I want to punch you in your effing face. And I said, well, I can see that. I got Ponchapeel. And he laughed and said, that's it. And it just kind of stuck after that. And then, my graphic designer, shout out to Lisa, she came up with some amazing designs, and we got some really, really cool stuff on the way. Even for bare knuckle management, we're rebranding our logo. We got some really, really cool stuff. I'll make sure you guys get some of the Mike Richmond t-shirts.
Hell yeah.
I just got them tonight. That design is sick. I mean, it's so cool, man.
We're going to be in Alabama, so
will we. We're looking forward to seeing you. So who's buying the drinks? You guys or us?
I mean,
hey.
I think it's a 1-for-1 deal. Hey,
That's right.
I'll get the first one. Mike will get the second.
I'll tell. So
I think we owe you one, right?
All right. Well, look, if Richmond knocks him out within 3, it's on you. If he knocks him out after that, it's all us. It's on bare knuckle management.
Yeah. All right. So, I see how I saw how he handled his last fight, or his first fight. I mean, with about the same size of an opponent.
Yeah. Listen, I mean,
you see that?
We're going to talk about it tomorrow, but I'm not happy with the weight thing, which we'll talk about on your show. However, it's a 175-pound tournament, and the guy's fighting at 180 for whatever reason. But it just goes to show you. Right. I mean, Mike Richmond is,
he's about it. He's ready.
Yeah, he's about that bare knuckle life, man. Mm-hmm. And he's built and made for this. He's so ready. I mean, he was preparing to fight Jimmy, or who was it? The guy over in England, the England champ.
He was supposed to fight someone not too long ago either, like a month ago or something, right?
Yeah,
so
we were ready to go, and you know, BKFC came in with this incredible offer, and you know, it's like the difference between some local promotion and the UFC calling you. If the UFC calls you, you go.
You just go.
You know, that's kind of how we reacted to the BKFC offer. They gave us a great offer, so we had to pull from that fight very reluctantly. It wasn't easy talking Mike out of it because his pride and ego. I mean, he wanted to steal that guy's crown and bring it back to America so bad. Believe me, it took a lot of convincing, but you know, because of the circumstances of this being a tournament and Mike being guaranteed a path to the title, you know, it couldn't turn it down, you know, because that's what he wants. He's a veteran, you know, 18-8 MMA. I believe his Bellator record was like 7-2, 7-4. People forget how many first round knockouts he has.
He's a beast.
Dude, the guy is, listen, he really is one of the best fighters on my roster. Definitely top 3, top 5 for sure. Him, Christine, you know, but I can assure you, we got Sarah Click now coming in.
Yeah.
I think Click and Segala could be a really good fight.
I like that.
You know, Segala's 0-1. She's a sweetheart. Actually, I gave her the name, the bare knuckle sweetheart, so you're welcome for that. But she is a sweetheart, one of the sweetest girls I've ever dealt with. Tough girl. I think her and Sarah Click would be an amazing fight. I think we could get another Taylor Starling fight out of that.
What's up with the Nadja from Serbia, the girl from Serbia?
She'll be here the 18th, and she'll be here permanently from that point on. I know she's either gonna stay with Crystal Pittman and Doug and train, or Maya.
Kahula.
It's like Kahuna Leahy or
Kahuna Leahy. There it is.
Yeah. Hey, see, look at that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Kahuna Leahy.
So she'll be with one of those two. Yep. Training, getting ready. 20-year-old girl over 100 amateur fights, 5-1 in Pro K1. She's like a sweetheart, man. She's like my daughter. She called me at like 3 o'clock in the morning the other night because it was 9 a.m. in Serbia. And she's like, Paul, why is it so dark? Because it's 3 o'clock in the morning here, girl. But yeah, she's very funny, man. She's already become like one of the family, and I'm looking forward to bringing her over here and introducing you guys to everybody. I can assure you, I don't know what I'm allowed to say. Man, fuck it, I'll say it. She signed the longest female fight than any female fighter.
Yeah.
Contract wise.
Nice.
The amount of bouts she signed with BKFC is, you know, it's
extensive.
It's a good deal. It's more than 3. So she's got a very long career ahead of her. Nate and Dave, if you're mad at me for saying that, you should have put her on the podcast Thursday, like you said. Sorry. But yeah, she signed a 5-fight deal with BKFC, and the fans can't wait, you know. She's adorable, funny. She can fight. We're gonna bring her up slowly, though. Listen, we're not rushing her into anything big. She's a young girl, you know, in a new country, and she keeps saying to me, "Paul, I want the world to be mine," like Scarface, and I'm like, "Okay, go get it," you know. She's not scared, man. Them, you know, Serbia, it's a rough life over there.
Yeah,
it's not easy. And I think a lot of people, you know, some of these girls, like, I think some of the more attractive females, they get it a little more as far as antagonizing and getting it, having to fight, you know, just even growing up. Like, you look at Ferreira and you can tell, like, that's a girl I don't want to mess with.
Right.
You look at somebody like Nadja and you're like, oh, I'll slap that girl. Like, what's she gonna do? You know? Not me personally.
I understand.
Yeah. yeah, don't like
all the guys out there just want to follow her Instagram for the pictures.
We got some. Actually, we just did a professional photo shoot with her. Was it today or Saturday? But anyway, I know we got some good pictures coming. Just like Crystal Pittman, we're slowly releasing the Crystal Pittman series, which is very popular.
Is Crystal Pittman fighting soon, Paul?
Yes.
Does she have an opponent, and are we not allowed to know this?
We're planning on fighting Audra Cummings. That is our plan. That is what we want. I believe that's what Audra and her husband want as well. I think it's a fair, competitive matchup between two new females that don't have a ton of experience at the same weight. I think it'll be an exciting fight for the fans. However, if the Cummings fight doesn't come together, we will switch to opponent number 2 and then opponent number 3. So like the way I do it is like, no matter who one of my girls is fighting, I always want to back up, or guy, you know. You never know, man. Some people are scared. Some people get injured. Some people say they're going to do it and then, you know, realize what they just signed and decide not to. So I always want to back up, you know, even like if Hart doesn't want to fight Ferreira, then I'm going to bring in this girl from Italy who's a K1 champion and a monster. I mean, I'm going to bring her in anyway, but I'd like to see Ferreira and Hart get what they both deserve in fighting for that title. And, you know, honestly, I mean, Faria, not Ferreira. Jules will kick my ass for that. You know, she's, you know, I don't want to say it, but she's not even at 100% right now. I mean, she's coming off an injury. So I'm not trying to even rush her into that massive fight. I'd like her to fight, you know, we're even maybe interested in a Martina Kroll, someone with a lot of kickboxing experience as like a tune-up for this level of this type of girl. I've been talking with Betch Carrera's manager, Ed Suarez from LFA, about that possibility, Ferreira and her. You know, let's just keep raising the level of the talent, man. We need to keep signing them. BKFC's got to keep busy. We got to support BKFC. You know, make sure people aren't streaming these things illegally. And, you know, guys, pay your $3.99, man. It's $3.99 a month. BareKnuckle.tv.
It's the biggest no-brainer in the world.
Yeah, and I mean, Dave's even given a little percentage of that to the fighters, man. They got their own links and they're able to make a little piece of that, and that grows. I mean, every month, I don't know if you guys know this, every month someone stays a customer, that builds for them fighters. So it's a beautiful thing. And I mean, he put in the pension. Who's done that? You know,
that's awesome.
Now I got to make a pension for my fighters. This is great. So I will have to talk to Jason Ferguson about that. But yeah, we, you know, if the Cummings fight doesn't happen soon, then we got 2 opponents we're looking at for her, and we'll make the decision then. But you know, we've got something scheduled for. Here's what's cool though. BKFC has, since our last conversation, they've gotten busy. Nate Shook has gotten busy, sending out over 200 contracts in the past like 48, 72 hours from May all the way to August. I received a contract for a big fight in August for one of my 155 pounders, Zach Jusola. He's only 1-0 in BKFC. I believe he's 10-7 as a pro. He's fought some of the best. He's got a real big fight coming for him. Something he's been asking for a while. You know, we were receiving contracts for July. I believe Randine Willoughby. It was Randine Elcombe. She got divorced, guys, so she's single. Hit her up. It's Randine Willoughby now on Facebook. She's got a fight scheduled for July. Pittman, you know, we're hoping for May 18th. Or I'm sorry, May 21st. Jesus,
Yeah.
I keep thinking May 21st, June 18th, June 24th, July, August. You know, we're gonna make it work. But Crystal is chomping at the bit. I'm gonna have to fight her if I don't get her a fight soon. So, yeah, we're gonna get her in there. I know the fans are looking forward to seeing her fight, and she's bringing her weight down. She's at, like, you know, that 35-30 area now, trying to get down to 25. You know, if it's going to be more active. She's got a lot of muscle. It's not that easy for her to just drop that kind of weight, you know. But I'm excited about, you know, all these new guys we got, new females we got as well. Got another girl coming in September, Audra Valancourt. She has a partner who's coming in as well. Haley Nihas. We got so many guys. Like I said,
you
there's
got a
of them.
ton.
A lot going on.
And you know, we'll get to 100 so we can get this guy announced. I'm guessing we'll do 100 definitely by May 18th, and
Or 21st.
Thank you guys, man. I'm sorry.
Something's
That's all
on
I do
May
is work,
18th in your
man,
head.
so-
You must have
Dude,
some
I
date
said it
in
to
May
Jeremy
18th that you
Smith
got to
3
do.
times today. Yeah, I got something on the 18th. I hope it's not court. But I said it to Jeremy Smith like 3 or 4 times today as I was telling him, hey, you want to fight May 18th? He said, you mean the 21st? I said, yeah, that's what I meant, Jeremy. So Jeremy Smith, we're looking at for May 21st in Miami. He moved over here from South Africa, 9-7 as a pro, which is wrong, but it's okay. He's got a great kickboxing record, was a kickboxing champion over there, owns a vitamin shop. He's an American citizen now. Good looking guy. The girls love him. He is single. You can slide in his DMs. We got Steve Horrielis from Miami. That's who Jeremy's training with, who's also Joey Beltran's sparring partner. Steve is from France originally. I think he's about like 42, 44 years old. However, guy's built like Mr. T, former world cruiserweight boxing champ 3 times, who's a heavyweight now, like 240 solid. I think he's got like a record of like 25-3 or 4. This guy's mean too, man. He's super pleasant when you talk to him. But when I asked Joey Beltran about him, I said, well, you're sparring him. How is he? He said, he's got that second level, like that meanness, not like just being a good slick boxer that can punch and move. He's got that grit, that bite to where he's going to do good and bare knuckle. And I asked Steve, I said, how'd things go with Beltran? And he started laughing and said, that's your champion? And I said, well, that's their champion. Yeah. He said, good. He said, good for me. Good for me.
Well,
I know I think, you know, they threw Josh Burns' name around before, and, you know, I love Burns, man. I'm glad that fight didn't happen, truthfully. I think Burns, in my opinion, beats Kleckler and then gets the winner of Shoemaker and Beltran. And then with all these heavyweights, man, this guy Mick Terrell is very dangerous too. You know, the one that beat Josh Burns. He also beat Danny Batchelder, who a lot of people don't know. Danny Batchelder, which was his first fight, is another former professional boxer who he fought underground with my Uncle Bobby Gunn and stuff. He was on the 60 Minutes interview on Showtime that we refereed, and you know, that Batchelder dude's the real deal. Like, that's a scary dude, man. The guy was like, I mean, you know, it's no secret. I mean, he was in prison. The guy was a sergeant in arms for the Hells Angels in New York. You gotta be a mean dude to do that job.
yeah.
Ain't Wawa, you know, like, yeah, he beat him in his first fight. Like, so I got my eye on this Michael Terrell guy. I've talked to Kevin Smith about it. I've talked to Levar about it. You know, we're gonna see what happens on that end. But everybody's getting booked up, man. We got about 40 contracts coming to us in the next, you know, 48 hours. They've been slowly coming in. And, you know, we just got to wait for BKFC to give us the go ahead to announce it. But I'm glad we can assure fans. Maybe it was your guys' conversation at telling them, come on, let's get some fights going.
I
Hopefully
also
that worked. I guess
dude,
Nate heard you.
At the end of that
hope so.
episode, I kind of like went on a rant and I was like, fucking, I don't know. I thought like maybe I was going off on a tangent or something, but then I was like, man, I don't know why you guys keep fucking keeping secrets. If you have plans, just tell the fans the plan so they could start planning to buy tickets and start planning to travel. If you keep everything a fucking secret, the closer you get
don't
to
know
an
which
event
show to go to.
right. You people have lives and they have to plan around things. So I don't know. But
Absolutely.
Dude, Paul, we thank you for coming on tonight. We definitely like breaking all the news that you got. Good luck with your clothing line, and we will definitely catch up with you and have a drink down in Birmingham next week.
Definitely. Let me give a quick shout out
to
to Johnny over at Next Level Nutrition. It's NEXTLVEL. He is sponsored all our guys. We've also extended that deal to Kevin Smith's guys as well. Just to help support them and Kevin Smith grow. This guy's really doing a lot of good things for the fighters, and sponsors aren't easy to get, man. And he's really done something great for us. And my team, Jules, obviously Susan, Bobo and his wife, as our spiritual advisors, Jason, Hank has been helping us. You guys, Mike and Mish, even though you're not BKM employees, you guys are helping us out a lot, making things move. And we just signed a deal with in-house writer, so we're going to start getting some articles out and stuff. So shout out to my team, because it really ain't me. I mean, it's them. They're the ones. Dave's always said you build the team and they build the company for you. So believe me, these people are working hard, and I couldn't be more thankful and blessed for everyone's support. So thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Paul.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Absolutely. Thanks for dropping in, and have a good night. We'll
see you in Alabama, baby.
See you in Alabama. All right. Take it easy.
Later.
All right. Bye.
Alabama.
All right. Yeah, that dude, does that guy have a lot going on, man? Jesus Christ. It's like
always tons going on.
It's like they sign a new 2-3 fighters every fucking 3 days, man. It's crazy. And so, hey, that was very cool of Paul to drop in. I have bad news. Matt Lyall had something pop up, family issues. He's not going to be able to jump in tonight. But, for those guys that, for everybody that tuned in that wanted to hear from Matt one more time before he goes down to Mexico and fights Erick Flores and takes his title, I could assure you that Matt is ready. He is rip-roaring and ready to go. And last time we talked to Tommy Rodriguez, he said that he's never seen Matt in the kind of shape that he's in. His cardio's the best he's ever seen. He's hitting harder than he's ever seen. When Tommy says that at 120 pounds, Lyall hits like a 185 pounder, I fucking believe him, dude. I don't, you know what I mean? I totally believe him. So,
well, this guy's kicking poles and shit. So
yeah,
the way he's walking. Did you see him like in the one where he's like doing like the slalom between the poles? He's doing a couple of shadow boxing punches and kicks, and then he kick one parking sign and then go through another one, kick another parking sign. I was like, this guy's nuts, man.
Dude, look at Joe.
I'm hurting mowing my lawn. I'm not kicking any parking signs.
I hear you, dude. It makes me hurt every time I see those. Look what Joe Ivy says. Dude, she keeps on this Poisson thing. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, you don't go. That's
go
the best band around.
Go to the
Everybody
band.
knows.
Go live with their band Poisson and sing Sweet Home Alabama.
We just might.
We just
be careful what you wish for, because we just might do it.
Hey, Mike, I want to, before we go for the evening, we got a big show tomorrow night, everybody. We got Mike Richmond and Spencer Ruggieri. We got the Marine and the Viking both on the show. Freaking special Warrior edition tomorrow night for sure. Two badass dudes. So tomorrow night should be great. But before we close it out tonight, I wanted to ask you, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much did you care about the Ronda Rousey being pregnant news today? I just want to hear you. Because you told me on the phone, and I did not know
I
that.
texted you.
Oh, you texted me, yeah. Oh, and in my response, I cannot say on the air.
The only I would have never known if Steph didn't tell me. So,
How did
and she
hear
told
about
me because Steph's up on all the latest and greatest celebrity gossip.
Oh,
I tell her all the time, you got to start your own show, and you can talk about all this crazy stuff because she knows everything about all this stuff.
Right.
So I don't know about Ronda Rousey pregnant, and I could care fucking less.
Yeah, I didn't care too. I really didn't care too much.
I don't know why either. I don't know why.
I mean, God bless her. Have fun. I mean, her and Travis Brown been together for a long time. You know, they're married. They're happily married. They got their farm and their ranch or whatever they have, and she had a pretty successful run with the WWE. Made a bunch of money. So,
yeah, she's
you know what?
WWE diva.
She's a WWE diva. She really takes losing well.
Oh, she's the best. Hey, anybody out there, you want to take a lesson on how to lose? Just watch Ronda Rousey and mimic everything she does. She's really, really good at taking losses. She's very good. She should be a motivational speaker for people.
Or do the 100% opposite is what Mike meant to say.
Yeah. And I hate to I don't hate to criticize. What am I doing? I'm such a liar. I'm lying to everybody. I love to criticize. That's what I do. That's fun. What we do. It's fun sometimes. But in all seriousness, I just don't like her attitude. Period. She's the worst.
And you know what, Mike? Since we didn't get Matt Lyall on tonight, and Paul was nice enough to jump on after Sarah, we did get a full show out of this. But since we're here and we have a really big, busy show tomorrow, should we just briefly discuss the clown show that went on Saturday?
Oh my God!
Do we have to do it? Should we do this or Let me just tell you this, dude. I watched it, and I was watching it on one screen, and I was also watching the UFC on the other screen, and it breaks my fucking goddamn heart that Jake Paul knocking out Ben Askren completely silenced the fact that Robert Whittaker put on a masterful performance against Kelvin Gastelum and put the entire middleweight division on notice that Bobby Knuckles is 100,000% back to championship caliber, and Israel Adesanya should be fighting that fucking guy. But instead of that, we hear Snoop Dogg yelling, "Give me my motherfucking money, bitch! Give me my money! Give me my $2 million!" Oh God, it was
he said I can't even get it out. My mind can't even comprehend what I heard that night. He kept saying that he was a great boxer.
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg kept saying it. He's a great boxer. He's a great boxer. Quote Snoop Dogg on that. Great boxer. So I'll ask somebody, can you please name me some great boxers? Go ahead, name them, please.
Me? Oh,
yeah, name great boxers.
Because you want his name in there, so you want the Sugar Ray Leonards and the Marvin Haglers.
Oh, he's good.
And Floyd Mayweather and Shane Mosley, Bernard Hopkins, Jake Paul.
Yo, Jake Paul. Yeah, he's great. Keep going. Who else? Mike Tyson?
Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield.
Wow.
Jesus, dude.
Mickey Ward.
Mickey Ward. That's right. Wow. I'm saying Arturo Gatti. You got all. Yeah, I guess Snoop Dogg puts Jake Paul right in that conversation with those guys after beating a YouTuber, an NBA basketball player, and a wrestler that had never had stand up in his entire MMA career. I want to point out the fact, dude. I know everybody has seen the Tyron Woodley video from the locker room. You could see how much of a bitch Jake Paul actually is in that video, because as they're talking shit and being the fucking punks that they are, he had that one dude in this corner that was talking shit with Tyron Woodley. But whenever Jake Paul would start to speak in his direction, if you're him right now, this is what Jake Paul would do. He He would look, and he always getting his hands wrapped, but he would like talk some shit, and then he like peek up like that, and then he'd peek up at Woodley, and then he would like look back at his boy, and he'd look at this guy and look at this guy, and then he would like say something, and then peek up at him real quick. That dude didn't even want to make eye contact with Tyron Woodley. He's a pussy for sure, and he will never take that fight. He won't take that fight. He won't take a Matt Brown fight. Like, can you imagine if Robbie Lawler said, I will fight Jake Paul next week?
No.
He wouldn't take that fight. He will take joke ass bullshit easy win fights forever. I really do. I don't believe the Nate Diaz thing. He'll take the Dylan Dennis fight because Dylan Dennis doesn't have a lot of stand up. He'll take Dylan Dennis.
Dylan Dennis might have worse stand up than friggin' Ben Askren. Dude,
yeah,
his stand up would be worse than Ben Askren. I've seen his stand up in the first fight. You remember the first fight he had in Bellator? His stand up's not good. We all know that. He's Brazilian.
The only thing that Dylan Dennis might have going for him is that he stays training with Connor and those guys at SPG.
He didn't just have hip surgery.
He didn't just have hip surgery. He wasn't 195 pounds dad bod fat, and you know what I mean. It's like Jake Paul will take that fight because Jake Paul will be 190 pounds. You know, he's pretty big. He's pretty shredded. He's a good sized kid, and he's an athlete.
Yeah.
He'll take Dylan Dennis because Dylan Dennis fights at 155 pounds and will have to come up to, Dylan Dennis probably walks around 175 pounds. You know what I mean? So Dennis at his biggest might be 185 pounds, not in great shape. Jake Paul will be like, yeah, I'll fight him and I'll fucking ruin MMA even more. You get the fuck out of here. Fight Tyron Woodley. That's the fight that needs to happen.
Hey, Cody Garbrandt was like, I'll fight you. And Cody Garbrandt's way smaller than
Garbrandt said,
like,
I'll come up
because he will.
Yeah, Garbrandt said, I'll give you 55 pounds and still fuck you up.
So Joe Ivey, in the end, he's smart, making money. Of course he is.
Of course he is.
And you want to know what? He's not a bad boxer either. He's taking it serious.
Obviously, Mike, he's great.
He's great. He looks good though. He looks good.
He does.
Fighting, he looks good. He's
got all
the
basic fundamentals down.
He's using his jab. He's setting up his strikes. He's not bad, but he's also not great. He hasn't even had an amateur career. He's fighting. People saying he's fighting pro. He's not fighting pro. He hasn't fought even an amateur boxer. He hasn't fought one boxer yet. So he's not has proved nothing to me. It's proven much at all. You know what I mean? It's kind of sad. It's sad. And then I know people troll and they go out, but it's sad. We need to see him fight somebody of some sort of caliber fighter.
Is there like a mid 50s Roy Jones Jr.? Roy Jones Jr. would fucking kill him at 55 years old.
He was taking some Tyson shots, so.
Is there a mid or late 50s guy that was great back in the day that obviously is super washed up and old that we could find that
plenty of young people to fight.
But I'm saying name on sight, Jake Paul be like, oh, I'll kill that legend. I'm the next best thing. I'm great. I'll fight, insert that name, and just let this old man beat the fuck out of him.
I would love to see the Nate Diaz. If he's really calling out Nate Diaz, I would love to see it. But if, like you're saying, I don't really truly believe that if Nate Diaz said, yeah, I'll fight you, that it's going to happen.
No.
Because he's legit going to fight him. He's not backing down from that shit. He's going to be in there. And he likes to box.
But and I'll tell people what you said the other day. Me and Mike were having this conversation the other day, right after the fight. And he said, the Nate Diaz one is the only one that I think Dana might allow to happen because Dana might feel a little embarrassed about talking all that shit about Ben Askren is a professional fighter. He's a world champion MMA fighter. He's going to fuck this kid up. And then Askren went out there and embarrassed Dana and embarrassed a bunch of people. And if Nate did call up Dana and said, boss, let me go fuck this kid up, man. Let me go do this. Let me get some redemption. Dana might send him in there. You know what I mean? Go make a $20 million paycheck and have my back on this one. I don't know. Maybe that's the only one. But other than that, Dana also came out and said that if this kid keeps calling out UFC fighters, I'm going to take legal actions to silence him. So I don't know.
He's also said he might. I don't know if this was true. I saw this earlier. He said he's going to ban Snoop Dogg from any UFC events if he keeps saying that he bet him $2 million like under the table. He's like, I never did an illegal bet. Is that true or is that fake?
No, that's true. I heard that Dana said I never made an illegal bet in my life. I never bet Snoop Dogg illegally. Sure, yeah. They're like, yeah, sure. All right. Why,
I get it, but I don't believe it.
What makes it illegal? I mean,
because it's under he's not supposed to bet on fighters. But I mean, I guess they're not fighting underneath they're not in his company.
But if me and you.
But it has to be a legit, because $2 million is supposed to be through, it needs to be taxed
and shit.
Oh yeah. Oh
okay.
Yeah. There's got to be
goddamn government. I was gonna say, but if me and you bet $100 on the main event this weekend,
it's technically illegal.
It's illegal.
Yeah. I think even doing a fantasy football pool thing is illegal, technically, with money, no matter how much money it is. But I mean, nobody gives a shit. They're looking for the big dogs.
Unbelievable.
They're looking for the big dogs. They don't give a shit about TASM G or whatever the fuck.
Fantasy football league.
They don't care about anybody's fantasy football league. It doesn't matter where the hell you are at.
That's why, and that is why,
unless it's for $1 million.
That's like why DraftKings is legal, because they take a fucking piece out of that shit. Oh God, we can't do anything fun without the government just stepping on our nuts, dude.
Hey, did we see this yet? Hallelujah.
Hey, welcome to the family.
What I'm talking about.
So
how could you not? $39.99 get you the whole year. I mean, shit, you got to pay $70 for one UFC event.
It gets you the whole year, and it gets you the whole library, and it gets you every event. I mean, it's like, and you can watch it. And you might even see Mike getting hit with a boom camera
yeah, at Knucklemania, you might see
all
it.
All right, well, dude, we could do this all night.
I know.
It's 9:30. Everybody needs to tune in tomorrow night at 9 p.m. on the Mike and Mish show. We got the Marine himself, Mike Richmond, coming on the show, talking about his upcoming fight at BKFC 17 in Birmingham, Alabama, which Mike and I will both be at. We will be covering that. And after him, we got Spencer, and I can't say his nickname without fucking Olfundin or something.
He'll say it for us.
Yeah, he'll say it for us, but he's the Viking himself. Spencer Ruggieri will be on the fight after on the show after Mike Richmond. He'll talk about his fight with Dave Diaz back at BKFC 16, where he was one half of Fight of the Night. So that should be a hell of a show tomorrow night. Couple absolute savages. Mike, I think we've talked about it enough tonight.
Oh, yeah.
I want to say thank you to Sarah Click for coming on, U.S. Army veteran, MMA veteran, soon to be BKFC killer. And also thanks to Paul for dropping in and dropping some news. Cool that they got a clothing apparel line coming up. What was it called?
Ponchapeel.
Ponchapeel. That's right. Ponchapeel. Look out for that. And apparently their 100th fighter coming up is going to be a big name. I have a guess already in my head off the few clues that he gave. And me and Mike will talk about that after we sign off tonight. So with that said, Mike, you got anything to say?
Nope. We'll save it for tomorrow.
All right. Peace out, everybody.